Hey yo, Gene Deal, Diddy's ex-bodyguard, watched the new documentary, The Reckoning, and he said it's straight trash. He said it's a whole bunch of stuff that we already knew, and they left out all the real dirt. You want to know what he cooked up? Let's get into it.
Yeah, man, you always on here, man. Always got to bring you on. So, with that being said, man, I want to get right into the documentary, man. How you feel about the documentary, man? The behind the scenes footage they got of Diddy leading up to him getting arrested, and how you feel about all that, man?
Well, what I feel about the documentary, they left a whole lot of key things out. If they was going to do something and they're going to say in the reckoning of Sean Combs, the reckoning, or Diddy, the reckoning and stuff like that, it should have been a lot of people that we lost because of him. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't only Big. It wasn't only Tupac. You understand? For the atmosphere that he put those kids in, you got a guy named Anthony Wolf Jones, who was from Bad Boy from its conception as doing security and being one of the financiers of Puff having to have some money to keep Big and Craig Mack around before he got to Clyde Davis. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't able to tell that story because they didn't have no intel on that story or what went down, or they didn't do their investigations right, which he also led up to the reason why Wolf ain't here today. You understand? They didn't tell that story. They didn't tell a story about Jessica Rosenbomb, who was at the City College situation. You understand? It was Puff, Heavy D, and Jessica. You know what I'm saying? Jessica was the reason why those kids lost their life because she locked the door on those kids running down the steps. You understand? You could see her name in a news article, but they didn't mention nothing about her taking place, but they try to put Heavy D, God bless the dead, out there and they put Puff out there. You know what I'm saying? She should have been the main one because she is the one who locked the door on the kids. You understand? She is the one who locked the door on the kids and all those kids lost their life. Had she not locked those doors, not one kid would have lost their life. Not one kid would have lost their life. And that's what happened. So the feelings that I have about the documentary, man, it was just old news, and they took a couple of with the footage from Puff from the days that's leading up him to get arrested, and the incidents with the people from the courts. You know, the two people from the courts. So it was nothing new. It was put together pretty good, but it was nothing new that we didn't know. It is nothing new that we didn't know, bro. And they could have did a whole lot better. They could have got into the fact if they was talking about they wasn't going to, they was going to spend some money on it and stuff like that. They could have got into the fact of who actually made that payment, because they put it all in the documentary. Who made that payment to get Tupac eliminated? If that was the payment that they had alluded to. So, like in the documentary, it's all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you watch it once, it don't get no second look. It don't get no second take. It ain't nothing like say, yo, I gotta go see that shit again. Nah, not at all.
And I definitely agree with him. I definitely agree with him on that one. I seen it. I got my watch on. At first, when I first watched it, it was cool. But, and then when I did go back to try to watch it again, it immediately quickly got boring. So it was almost like, yeah, I seen all this. And I also wondered why Gene wasn't in the documentary, which I'm gonna drop a video on him talking about that. That'll be the next video. But yeah, I agree with him. Do you agree with him? Leave it down in the comment section if you do. Let's get back into it.
So let me be clear on this, brother, is that I was at City College. You understand? I was there. I was doing security. My team was supposed to have the outside. Puff came to me the day before we were supposed to do the job there and told me that Heavy D didn't want us to do the security outside. I had 18 men ready to do the security outside with my dogs like I always do. People knew how we used to roll. We would have the Pits, the Rockwallers. You understand? You know, we had that outside locked up. So anybody try to bum rush, anybody do that, we had the gates, the whole 9 yards. So we could stop all that. You know how people gonna get down in Harlem. You understand? So, and then when you got LL Cool J, you got Mike Tyson coming through there, and they coming through the front door so people see them. So they gonna go crazy. LL was the hottest thing out at that time. Mike Tyson was the hottest thing out at that time. They got all kinds of stars and people in there already. They was coming through the back. They came through the front. And it caused the door to be bum rushed. But if they had the gates up, if they had the dogs, and with the help of the police, that shit would have never happened, bro. That shit would have never happened. I was there. I saw it. I saw Jessica run down the steps after she grabbed the money box because my man Eddie was protecting her. And Eddie's the one called me on the walkie-talkie and said, yo, Jessica just locked me in outside the gym, Gene. You couldn't go down the steps after they bum rushed the door. You understand? I had to run around the whole gym on the outside, around the gym, down the steps, run across the basketball court, and open the front door. When I opened that one door, because it pushed inside, people start squeezing through that. Then I just kept doing the doors, and people was coming in there, falling dead, right out, just falling out right there. And once they got in there, they just fell out. It was crazy, bro. It was a crazy sight. So I was there, man. So I knew more than they would put down there in that documentary. You know what I'm saying? You even see me, when Puff is standing up right there, you see me down there trying to do CPR on somebody, and that was a 17-year-old kid that died, bro. That was a 17-year-old kid that died. I knew his brother. His brother was sitting there crying, talking about, my mama gonna kill me. This is the first time I ever took my little brother anywhere.
Terrible, man. Who do you put the blame on for that whole City College thing? Do you put it all on Diddy, or is it more people that played a part?
Well, I think Puff cutting security for the outside is a big part. Second of all, the college should have had their security there, and you didn't see none of the college security. And the college should have let the police department know that it was a function of that magnitude that was coming. So it's Diddy and the college and the security and the school.
So there you have it. Gene Deal said what he said about the documentary and how he felt. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think you can go and watch it again? Leave it down in the comment section. Let's talk about it, man. I'm going to be replying to all comments. So leave your thoughts down there. How do you feel about it? This your boy Kaotic One. This the KMHP TV YouTube channel. And if you like anything on here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit like on this video right here and help push it out. And until the next video, I'ma holla. Peace.